Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Jean, and today we're going to work on part 4 of our junk journal. Had to remember where we were. We're going to do a little decorating inside. This is already 4 parts. Now I'm not going to decorate a lot of the pages. I'm just going to show you a few pages. What I normally do is I decorate my pages as I'm using it. So now I use my junk journal like a diary. So I will write down like my thoughts for the day, if something special happened during the day. You know, sometimes like my medical, something new with my medical, I might write that down. Christmas, this may last me a whole year. It might last me a couple months. It just depends. I could have holiday mixed in with everyday thoughts, So I might put pictures in there. I might write in there. I might add little tickets if I've gone to like movies or, shows or stuff like that. I might put those in some of the pockets. I usually do what I'm going to do and then I decorate the page afterwards or while I'm writing in it or adding pictures or whatever I'm doing. So that's why we're not going to decorate a lot. But I will show you a few things and just some different things that I typically do. So let's do this inside front cover right here. And I got everything spread out here. I have stickers here. I have these stickers. I have rub-on stickers. I have lots of different paper things. I have, now these are from my stash. This kit that I got originally that I showed you in part 1 did not have a lot of ephemera in it. I pulled out a bunch of mine. These books are really nice. I get these off of like Temu and AliExpress and all them. Whatever I can link, I will link for you guys. This one's a vellum one. So these are really nice because like look at all the sheets in here. And I've showed these in my hauls. But like I said, I'll link as many as I can. And so you can just rip one out and use one on your page. There's so many different things. I got stickers. I got some ribbons and laces. And so we're just going to pop in and see what we're going to do. For me, this is the hardest, and that's why I don't decorate my whole book beforehand, because I honestly do not know what I want to put down. I struggle with my decorating yet in junk journals because I'm fairly new to, I've only been doing junk journals for about a year or so. So I'm fairly new at it. I like doing albums. That's kind of my thing. Prefer doing albums over journals, but I've been just starting to get into junk journals and stuff like that. So we're going to all work on this together. Let's get our ink up here. We're going to need some ink. First thing, I'm going to take one of these, I think. I want to put this over off to the side here. So what I like to do is lay it down, okay? Now, something like this, I really, really like, but it might be too bright. So there's a trick I do. Let me grab a piece of paper here. What I will do, of course, is I'll ink all my edges. I can kind of see how I'm going on the edges. And then sometimes when it's a little too bright, I'll just kind of go over it a little bit and just take it. I don't put a lot of ink on it. I'm kind of just barely tapping on it. And I'll see if I can find one in here that started out about the same. I don't know if I had this one maybe. Oh, that's the exact same one. You can already see the difference in the two of them. Because this is a little bit brighter than this one. I'll go a little bit more. I did the edges on this one and not on this one. So like I said, I like to darken it up a little bit. Just so it looks a little older. Not quite so like, oh, I just went to the store and bought it. And you can do this as dark as you want, as much as you want. Maybe I want to darken this corner up a little bit more. Darken a couple other spots up. A little spot right in the middle like I spilled something. I mean, you could do that with ink, with different type inks and stuff. Now look at the difference on these. So there's your difference. I know it's a little hard to see, but in person you can really tell the difference. But definitely more distressed this one is. In fact, I like to do my edges just a little bit more, I think. And sometimes, like if you really want them dark, I'll just lay it down like this. So it's easier than trying to hold on to it. And then I'm going to darken that up a little bit more, I think. There. Now, see our difference in those? Not so bright. I mean, I love that one, but, you know, this is a junk journal. I'd use this like in a regular album and I really wouldn't distress it. But this one, in a junk journal, I want distressed. So let's move this off to the side for a minute. I'll need it again, I'm sure. So what I like to do is kind of lay out what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put this here. I think I want a flower. Let's see. I'm just going to kind of pull my flowers. I'm just going to kind of lay it in there because I don't know how dark I want to go. I think I'm going to cut a chunk of this off, I think. Oh, not with that scissors. And this I got off of Temu. And I will link that. First of all, I think I'm going to just put a little bit behind here and decide, like, so I'll sit there and play. This is the hardest part, really, guys. It's just kind of playing around. And, like, I don't want it to go something like that. Or sometimes I just like to stick it peeking out just a little bit, which I think I'm going to do on this one. Don't worry about, you know, in junk journals, you don't measure. You just kind of cut. I mean, you can cut a little straighter than that, but, you know, I don't worry about it. So I think I'm going to put this there. And let's see if I can fray this end a little bit so it kind of matches the other ends. I'm going to hide most of it anyways. I'll get just like this corner out a little bit. So I think what we'll do is going to lay this down and then a little bit more over. And then we're going to have it peek out just a little bit. I'm just going to kind of lay it something like this. I think, trust me, I changed this 100 million times. And now I really don't want that big of a flower or that flower at all. I like the little ribbon behind it. I got a really skinny flower. I can tuck. If I want a flower, I can put butterflies there are too big. These butterflies are going to be too big in there. I got a bunch of little sticker things. These are my rub-ons. Do I have anything good in here? And what's in here? This one's got smaller. Oh, maybe a word. This one has words and stuff in. I have no idea where I got this. It's from Simple Stories, so I think it was gifted to me. Let's see. We got little round stickers. Maybe this little, let's take this one out for a second. See how I like that up in that corner. Might like that up there. And I'll glue them down because this one didn't feel very sticky, so I'm going to probably most likely glue that down. Not sure that I like the flower anymore. Let's see. And these, I don't think I'm going to like any of these. Okay, maybe I will now bring a word into this. Those ones are on green. Is that all I have? Okay, I have what are these ones here. Got those ones. Let's see what we have here. Let's pull this one out somehow. It says believe. I'm going to put that, I think, right like that. So I think we're going to go with that. You know, here's the thing now. So here, let's pretend this is a tag. I got one over here. Here's the thing you want to think about too, because now a lot of this is going to get covered up when I put a tag in. But I don't necessarily care because sometimes I might not want a big tag. I might use this for tickets when I go to the shows. And so they're smaller. I don't really care if I end up eventually covering up what's back there. Like I said, I wouldn't even decorate this right now because I normally don't. But a pocket like this, because it, you know, you can see through it, I may use for like tickets when I go to the shows and stuff like that. They'll be down further. I'll still see all this. So let's go ahead. Now I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac here. And it's just a Fabri-Tac, which is good for like all your fabrics, laces, that kind of stuff. Just got to get it to come out. There we go. Only trying to get, it's kind of like hot glue. It's very stringy. Okay, we're just gonna put that there. I'm not gonna. Okay, and then we'll put this back over. This I'll use my glue stick because it's a thinner paper. So let's just use the glue stick on this. Okay, let's put that back down. Now I didn't put where the holes are because I'm actually gonna show you what I'm going to do in just a second after I get this to make sure it stays down. I'll show you what I'm going to do on that. I should need a little bit on here. I'm just going to put a little bit just to make sure it doesn't go nowhere on us. This one already stuck down pretty good. That one I'm not going to like bother distressing this piece because it's, you won't be able to see it either way. Okay, let's move this. So then what I like to do sometimes is just kind of rough that up a couple spots. I'll bring it up closer to you. I'm just kind of bending up the corners. I mean, I know once you close it'll kind of go flatten, but it'll kind of, you'll be able to kind of notice it a little bit. All right, so then we have that page right there then. And like you, that Fabri-Tac will dry. You won't be able to notice that. I gobbed on a little too much there too. Oh, that's a shadow. That's not even a Fabri-Tac. That's a shadow from that. Here, I thought it was a Fabri-Tac. It's not. Okay, so that's that page. We're just going to kind of skip around because like I said, I'm not going to do all of them. Okay, let's go. All right, so let's do one of the pockets. And what I want to do for the pocket, I think, is I have a little bit of this. I want to see, I might put a little piece of that there, but I might put one of these stamps down. If I can get them off the page. And these are kind of like a, they're like a washi tape. These ones are. Okay, I don't want all of that down. I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna do that. No, I don't think I like that piece. I do want to use this though. I think I'm gonna put it in the corner. This, I'm going to do that. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make it look like a stamp. So I got these scissors. You can get these, a kit of these off of Amazon, or you can use, if you have a pinking shears. A pinking shears works good as for sewing. That works good too. I just use this one. Excuse me. Excuse me, lost my voice. Okay, so I like to keep my sewing ones for sewing. So I just go along the edge. And I might have to put, my God, these ones are being like, this brand is really being annoying. There we go. So I'm just going to go around the edges, and it makes it kind of looks like a stamp. I didn't want to use my good pinking shears because those are my sewing ones. So little pieces. There we go. Okay, so now it kind of looks like a stamp. So we're probably going to put that down here, but we're going to leave it for a second because I want something else behind it. Something that's a little bit more plain. This is, like I said, this is the hardest part, guys, because trying to figure out what we want to put down. Let me take a little, I think I want this. I think I want something lighter. I'm just going to tear this, just rough it. If you're new to this, you may find this your most challenging. Now just remember, it is a junk journal. It's not supposed to be perfect. You know, make it what it is. Right about here, I think. I am not a professional at this, so you know, there's a lot of people out there that do this and do it better than me. Okay, I'm just gonna lay it there. I think we're gonna go with that. Put that behind there on that little spot. I still want to leave some writing. I want to show some writing. And what do we want to do up above here? We'll put, let's see what we have in, some of these might not show up too well. Let's just take one out and see what we got. See how it looks. Let's do a butterfly. Let's let that there for a minute. Okay. What else? I really like this too. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna do with these. What I'm gonna do with this too. I like this. These are stickers. Okay. And then these I don't really think I like with too much. They're a little brighter than I want for this journal, I think. I don't think I want to use any of those. They're a little bit too much. These are papers. And let's go with, I think I'll just do these are rub-ons. And I believe I got these from Scrapbook.com. They're, oh, maybe not. Well, Amazon. I think these ones came from Amazon. Okay, I need my bone folder. Anything popsicle stick bone folder. Some of them come with it, some of them do not. I think I'm going to put that up there. Cut that out. There's a little bird there. We want to try to avoid him. So what you do is just kind of cut it out. And then there's a backing piece on there. So you want to take that backing piece off. It's a protective paper. Easier said than done. It looks like that. I'm just going to set it here. We're not going to rub it on yet. I want that up in the corner there. Okay. And then maybe something down here. I got a number there. Let's go with maybe another label. There's some green in here. So this is kind of a greenish. Let's go with beautiful day. That's why I said it. This is backwards for me. Doing this is backwards for me because now this is a pocket, so we don't want it. We want to make sure we don't interfere with that pocket. I think we'll put that right there. And I'm gonna maybe bring this down just a little bit. Okay, I think that'll be more than good enough for right now. And then, let's see, is this a card or paper? I have cards. Let's see what these little tags are. I like this gray rose one. We can put in there. Okay, let's glue some of this down. I'm going to go with that. Now, I also like a lot of people who are really crowded, you know. I don't like to crowd it until I know, like, because I still have plenty of room to write around here. So I would still write around, you know. And then, you know, maybe fill the page up. Sometimes I put stickers kind of right over my words too, you know. But that's why this is harder the way I'm doing it because, you know, some people like to decorate the book and then work around their decorations. I like to write first and then decorate the page. For me, this is a little harder to do. Let's put this on. Because I'm trying to think of how much space I want to leave on each page too. So you just, if you've never done a decal, rub-ons, you just rub it down and you pick up a little corner and get my fingernail in there. Pick it up and slowly pick it up and make sure everything's going down. Just like that. And then it looks like it was stamped on there. I'll bring it up closer after I get everything on. Then it just looks like it was stamped on there. Now, if I was gifting this to somebody, I would do a little decoration. And then I would make them up a package of like the ephemera and stuff like that. And they can do more decorating on their own once they do what they want on their page. And quite honestly, in my family, there's nobody that does junk journals but me. And I can tell I didn't get no glue up there. So wrap on this piece here. And then next week, we are going to do our tags and the cover, and then we're going to be done with this junk journal. That's going to be 5 episodes, parts or whatever. So that's going to be more than enough. I don't want this to drag on like too long. I have a whole bunch of other albums I've got that I want to show you guys. So I don't want to spend too much time. A junk journal can last forever. If you're familiar with a junk journal, if you've ever done one, that's more than sticky enough once I get it down. You can spend a lot of time on the decorations. Okay, put our little tag in there, just a little peek out a little bit. And then there's that page. See how it just looks like a stamp on there? And that's like perfect. Well, it's not perfect because, like I said, I struggle with this part. Okay. All right, trying to look at my stuff here and see what we have. Okay, something like this pocket. Let's see. I thought there was some other sheet. I think in here there was some heavier things. Ooh, this one will go good with her. It's sideways because the flowers match her. So I'll leave it there for a minute. I don't really care if it's sideways or not myself, because almost everything in junk journal is always sideways. I think I'll go with this one. And then I'll put just something a little here. Let's see what we have left in here if I want anything in here. Maybe I got enough flowers, I think. I don't have. Let's see, let's look at the stamps again. What's in here? I got a lot of flowers because she's holding some flowers there. I don't know, there's a bird on that one. Maybe I'll use the bird. Another girl. You are enough. That would be cute too. Let's take this one. Oh, this one. And for some people, this is the boring part. Okay, I think we're just gonna do the bird. And this one. Give me my paper out. I'm not going to cut the edges, but I'm going to distress a little bit the edges. And now, come on, I can get my fingernail underneath there. I hope I didn't stick it down too much. They're not that sticky because it's a washi, but I can't. There we go. Can't get a hold of it. So there we just kind of distressed the little edges of the birdie, the stamp. I'm going to put that right down about here. Then let's distress this card. And now I would put, you can either use this to write on, or like you can on the back, you can put a picture right on the front. I mean, like I said, it depends on what you want to use this for. And I think most people use it, you know, as a diary. They put down their thoughts and everything, you know. And then I want something up there, and I may... Nope, not in there. Trying to find a word. It's like you don't have to use a sheet hole either. And keep these ones. These are like more of a cardstock. These I'm going to keep. We're going to use these to make all our tags and stuff out of. So I want to keep a lot of these for next week. And we're going to be using those for that. because then I won't have to necessarily back them. They'll be perfect the way they are. And like I said, I am not no professional here. So these are not going to be, let's go back into our words here. I feel like it needs, let's look back through here. Oh, here's best day ever, best day ever, best day ever. Celebrating you. I'm thinking that's a good one because, you know, the book will be about celebrating me. My life, basically. Okay, I might not want this whole piece. So where do I want to cut it off on? Right. I think I want this. So either way, I've only got one dot. So let's cut it off right after that dot. That, and hang on to that. You can use that. Now trying to get something little like this, and I'm going to show you. I wouldn't normally distress this anyways because it is, you know, dark enough already. But if you want to distress it, something like this, I'm going to lay down and just go over it a little bit. But because it's such a dark color anyways, you wouldn't even need to distress it. Okay, let's put this up, and I think it's plenty sticky enough. Just before I put it all the way down though, I'll make sure I'm somewhat centered and straight. Okay, so just simple like that. Now I got plenty of room under here to write or add something or whatever. And I have my tag here, which we may do something more to it next week when we do our tags and stuff. We'll put a tag in there. This is like pretty much perfect like it is. I'll use that for writing. So that's pretty well perfect. For, let's see, these pockets here. Oh, I think this ribbon's a little too thick to use. That's not going to work too well there. And we'll make, this will have 3 different little tags we're going to put in. And this one will definitely wait on that one. And then this will have one big tag. It'll fit in like this. The tags will fit in like that. For that. Okay, let's see if we can, we'll do one more. Maybe something on this page. Let's see what we all have in here. Now this one, these ones have different flowers on. Let's see, and this, or all the writing like that. Let's see if I see a flower in there I kind of like. I want to go, and that's pretty, you know, I'll go to pinks, you know that. Okay. Now I'm going to use, it's not going to be heavy enough. You can make it as a main focal point if you want to, or you can offset it. I'm just trying to think what I think I'm going to do is make it a tuck. Do I want to make another tuck, or do I just want to put it down? See, this is kind of the hard part, guys. It's kind of boring. Maybe I'll put it on this page instead because I want to keep some words showing. I think I'll leave this other page for writing. I'm just going to tear it a little bit just to rough it up a little bit because I want to make it look, and I just go along. You can buy little ruler things that tear for you, but you know, your fingers can do it just as well. See, we're already at 35 minutes, guys, and we didn't even really do that much. Decorating is definitely the longest process of your journal. And you don't have to rush it. You know, like I said, just if you're using it for like daily thoughts, you take a page a day and work on it. Don't worry about it. it's kind of relaxing. It's not relaxing when I'm, you know, showing you guys and working on the camera. That's not very relaxing. No, it's a little nerve-wracking. Okay, so I got enough where the words will show. I got some words showing through there. I got a distressed look going. And I'm just going to do up our little edges. Like I said, just do what you want. You don't even have to put anything on your page. If you just want to use the journal just as it is, that's what you do. You know, there's plenty, like if you wanted to use it just like this, and we may do some more decorating as we make tags next week too. But if you don't have, no one says you have to put ephemera and stuff on here. You can use it. If you're one that likes to do a lot of writing and stuff, then leave it open, you know, or put a sticker down here and then write everywhere but there. Or put a little tag down here and you still have all that writing space. You can also make this a little tuck, you know, to put something behind it. I don't like, you know, typically write long, you know, things. I usually just do a little bit about my day. I'm not an artist, so I don't, oh, I want to show you on this one what I'm going to do. I'm not an artist, so I don't draw. Where were we? I don't think this was the page we were on, but we're just going to put it on there. I lost our page because I was talking. But I wanted to show you what I want to do with those other things too. Okay, let's get some of our glue stick on here. And all over yourself and everywhere else. Okay, I'm just going to kind of center it. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to center it. Okay. And then I might take a little bit of ribbon and a ribbon. Lace in this case. And I might just add a little bit onto the bottom there. Just because it's sitting here. And I don't even worry about like putting it all down. I just kind of put some on. And I'm just going to put it down kind of along the bottom there. Okay, now we have something like that on that page. And then you can write on that side. Don't worry about the curling. It's just because I put a wet thing on it. It'll go flat. Now, what I wanted to show you is one of my flip outs. Here we go. Okay, so where it comes together here, like where I glued it down, if you don't like the looks of that, take some washi tape. Where's the washi tape that came with this kit? So I'm going to take the darker one, and I'm just going to run that along the seam. So use your washi tape that way. This washi tape came with the kit. I'm just going to, and I'm going to go over. So because, you know, when you use washi tape, your ends, like that end is not very sticky anymore because I was touching it. So then I'm just going to cut it off at there, cut it off there. And now, doesn't that look better than looking at that seam? And then I had another one I was going to, so you can kind of see the difference. If I can find them again. I just had it too. Here we go. So this one is not as bad because it's kind of the same color. But so that, and then we just put that down. It just kind of covers that up. So you can use washi tape wherever you want to use washi tape. So let's go. I want to add a little bit right on the edge here to kind of bring this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it right on the edge. Is this the one I use? Nope, I use this one. So then it kind of brings your 2 pages together. So you can do something like that. And it also will show where your pocket is. You know, so then that would be where your pocket will be. Wherever, and we'll make a tag for that next week too. So you have something like that. So use your washi tape that way. Any seams you don't like, I don't think we have anything else really. Like you can put some up here, like let's put a piece up there. Let's use this one. Maybe you just want to add something up there on the top. You know, here's the hardest part, trying to find your end, right? There it is. So I'm just going to take a piece. I'm not even going to, you know, care how big it is. And I'm just going to put a little piece up there. It almost looks like I'm taping my page down. So you can do a little something like that. This has to fold in this way. Okay. So that's 41 minutes, guys. And we didn't even get to too much decorating, did we? So I'm going to leave it at that, though, because we could spend hours and hours. But just take your ephemera if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to decorate. Because here, like, we'll put the postcards in. And depending on what size postcards, you're not going to see a lot of your backing anyways. You know, and then, you know, you can just decorate as you use a page. And when I use a book like this, I don't necessarily go in order either. You know, I may pick any page because it depends on what I'm going to put down. But what I always do is put a date up. Put your date up here in the corner, any corner. Just put your date down as what that event happened. The thing is, some days you might need a lot of writing. So like I might need one of those pages that pull out, you know. Sometimes I might only have a little bit to write. Like here I would put more of a solid over the top of this so I can write, or I'll just put a picture on that one. It depends. Like here I might have a lot to write, or I might want to do a picture, put some stuff in there, and write here. I do not go in order, so don't worry about going in order. Just pick a page. If you have a lot to write about that day, then you might want a full page. Then add some stuff to it. Even if it's just a little bit of washi tape, just add some washi tape. Don't worry about it. All right, so we're just going to end that today. What we're going to do next week is we are going to do our cover. I don't do a whole lot with the back. I might put like a sticker or two on the back, but I don't put anything bulky. I don't always put a lot of bulky stuff on the front. We will put some lacing along our edges to kind of cover up that. We're going to get some charms out. I'm going to add some charms. And then we're going to work on all our different tags. Because we have pockets we can fill. I think we have some, do we have some top? I can't remember what we all made. But we have our side ones. We have a lot of different things we want to make tags for. We'll make little tags for these corner pockets. So we're going to do that next week, and then we're going to end it, and then we're going to start, I think we're going to do a regular album and not a junk journal. I hope you guys like this. I'm sorry that there wasn't much decorating. I just wanted to show you a little bit, and then you take it from there on your own. All right, guys. I will see you next week for the album, the junk journal. Bye, everyone.